Today, I'm going to tell the story of how my parents, a boy from Fort Worth, Texas, and a girl from a small town in Oklahoma, met and fell in love. It was the fall of 1992 when my mom, Kellie, began her first semester at Southwestern Oklahoma State University, and my dad, Michael, was beginning his third year of his undergraduate degree there. My mother was your stereotypical pretty sorority girl from a small town. She instantly made a ton of friends upon arriving to college. My dad had also found his place at Southwestern in a fraternity for guys with pharmaceutical majors. It was safe to say my mom's focus in college was her social life, while my dad's was his education. One night in October of 1992, my mother's sorority and my father's seemingly nerdy fraternity agreed to host a day party for their members. For those who aren't familiar with Greek life, this is basically a social event for members of a sorority and fraternity to meet to get to know each other. Years later, my mom and dad both dreaded going to this event. For my mom, it was because it was a nerdy fraternity. My father wasn't interested in going because he simply didn't care for the parties. This specific event was a lock and key party. How it worked was the guests arrive and men and women were put into separate areas of the room. The men would take off one shoe and put it in the middle of the room while the women waited. Once each guy placed a shoe in the middle, the women would go one by one, picking a shoe out of the middle. Whoever's shoe the woman drew from the pile, her and the owner of the shoe would be handcuffed together for the rest of the party. It came time for my mother to pick a shoe. She was the last one to draw, so she was left with a dirty black and white sneaker that she said smelled horrible. As you may guess, that dirty sneaker was my dad's. The two hit it off immediately and spent the whole evening getting to know each other. My parents were married 2.5 years later and have been together for the past 25 years.